Hi, Dr. Antonia.
Hi, Mr. Johan.
I'm here to interview you about nutrients. So, doctor, what are nutrients?
To function, the human body must have nutrients. The nutrients known to be essential for human beings are proteins, carbohydrates, fats, and oils, minerals, vitamins, and water.
So, Antonia, what are proteins?
Proteins is the building blocks of all the tissue in the body. Hair, nails, and muscle are all made from various proteins. Whenever you exercise or do any form of intense physical activity, you create tiny tears in your muscle tissue that, when repaired, make you stronger, faster, and bigger. Protein is used to repair muscles, to fix body tissue, while fats and carbohydrates provide the energy.
And what about amino acids?
Protein is made up of amino acids that are linked together. There are two main types of amino acids, essential ones and non-essential ones. Essential amino acids can be produced by the body and must be brought in through the diet. Non-essential amino acids can be made by the body and it is therefore not required in the diet.
So, Antonia, what are carbohydrates?
Carbohydrates. They provide the body with fuel it needs for physical activity and for proper organ function, and they are an important part of the healthy diet.
What are the best sources of carbohydrates?
The best sources of carbohydrate are whole grains, the less processed, the better, vegetables, fruits, and beans, since they promote good health and delivering vitamins, minerals, fiber, and host of important phytonutrients.
Antonia, could you explain us what are fats and oils?
Yes, sure. Fats and oils, which are a liquid fat, are concentrated source of energy. Fats in the diet are necessary for good health. They make certain vitamins available for the use in the body. They cushion vital organs. They make up part of all the body cells. And they help to maintain body temperature. Fats also delay pangs and hunger because a food mixture containing fat remains longer in the stomach. Dietary fat can be classified into four groups: saturated, monounsaturated, polyunsaturated, and trans fats. Each group behaves differently inside the body. All four types of fat consist of fatty acids, which are made up of molecules, carbon, and hydrogen, in various combinations. Saturated fats are literally saturated with hydrogen molecules, while monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats have substantially fewer molecules of hydrogen attached.
And what about cholesterol?
There are basically two types of blood cholesterol: low density lipoprotein, LDL, which contributes to the narrowing of arteries, and high density lipoprotein, HDL, which does the opposite. High LDL levels in the blood have been linked to coronary heart disease. Saturated fats tend to raise LDL levels. The saturated fats, which contain mainly myristic and palmitic fat acid, are the most powerful in raising blood and cholesterol. Palmitic acid is a major fatty acid in the palm oil. It is also found in cotton oil, lard, cocoa butter, and beef tallow. These fats are commonly found in many fast food and commercial products, such as biscuits and pastries. Myristic acid is found in dairy foods, in particular cheese. Not all saturated fat raise LDL cholesterol levels. Stearic acid, which is found predominantly in meat, dairy products, and chocolate, does not appear to affect blood cholesterol levels.
Tell us a little bit about water.
Water is one of the most essential elements to health and is so important that your body actually has a specific drought management system in place to prevent dehydration and ensure your survival. Water makes up more than two-thirds of human body weight. Water makes up more than two-thirds of human body weight. And without water, we would die in few days. Water makes up more than two-thirds of human body weight. and without water we should die in few days. Triggers signs of dehydration. Fuzzy short-term memory, trouble with basic math, and difficulty focusing on smaller print. It is important to the mechanics of human body. The body cannot work out without it, just as a car cannot run without gas and oil. In fact, all the cell and organ functions that make up our entire anatomy and physiology depend on water for their functioning.
What are the uses of water?
Water serves as a lubricant. Water forms the base for saliva. Water forms for fluids and surrounds the joints. Water regulates the body temperature. Water regulates the body temperature as the cooling and heating is distributed through perspiration.
Antonia, could you please tell us what is obesity and how to fix it?
An obese person has accumulated so much body fat that it might have a negative effect on their health. If a person's body weight is, is at least 20% higher than it should be, he or she is considered obese. If your body mass index (BMI) is between 25 and 29.9, you're considered overweight. If your BMI is 30 or over, you're considered obese. People become obese mainly for consuming too many calories. How to deal with obesity? 1. Learn to make better food choices. You need an understanding of what foods are high in saturated fats and cholesterol. Therefore, you can avoid these items which build up in your stomach, arteries, and veins. For example, a yolk of an egg contains 300 milligrams of cholesterol, so eat the white instead. Most fried foods absorb the fats that they are cooked in, so avoid all fried foods. 2. Use positive criticism as the way to build your self-confidence. One way this can be tackled is to see criticism as the way to correct yourself and to keep doing the right thing. Don't let criticism get in your way. 3. Find a good support system. Friends aren't friends if they make fun of you. Ditch any that insult. And find friends who like you for your personality. Someone has to be out there. People suffering from anorexia are very skinny, but are convinced that they are overweight. Weight loss is obtained by many ways. Some of the common techniques used are excessive exercise, intake of laxatives, and not eating.
Antonia, could you please talk us about anorexia?
Anorexia is an eating disorder where people starve themselves. Anorexia usually begins in young people. Individuals suffering from anorexia have extreme weight loss. Weight loss is usually 50% below the person's normal body weight. People suffering from anorexia are very skinny, but are convinced that they are overweight. Weight loss is obtained by many ways. Some of the common techniques are excessive exercise, intake of laxatives, and not eating. Anorexics have an intense fear of becoming fat. Their dieting habits develop from this fear. Anorexia mainly affects adolescent girls. People with anorexia continue to think they are overweight even after they become extremely thin and very ill or near death. Often, they will develop strange eating habits such as refusing to eat in front of other people. Sometimes the individuals will prepare big meals for others while refusing to eat any of it. This disorder is thought to be most common among people of higher socioeconomic classes and people involved in activities where thinness is especially looked upon, such as dancing, theater, and distance running. Symptoms of anorexia: loss of at least 3 consecutive menstrual periods in women, not wanting or refusing to eat in public, anxiety, weakness, brittle skin, shortness of breath, obsessiveness about calorie intake. Medical consequences of anorexia: There are many medical risks associated with anorexia. They include shrunken bones, mineral loss, low body temperature, irregular heartbeat, permanent failure or normal growth, development of osteoporosis and bulimia nervosa. Talk to them. They need a friend or someone who can comfort them. Also tell them that they should love their body no matter what. Don't go behind their back and confide in a teacher. Make sure you do talk to them first. You only make matters worse. 3. Do not call them fat. If you hurt their feelings, it will only get worse. It usually is only in their mind, but if someone tells them, then they can think that is really true and that other people feel the same way. 4. Get them help. It's not good enough just hoping that it will go away. Take a step forward. Help someone in need. 5. Do not leave alone. If they spend too much time stressing and thinking about their weight, it might lead to something worse, and you don't want that.